way, does the second commandment of God's law forbid the worship of idols and the making of idols? The Bible is absolutely abundantly clear, and I want you to remember this, because when we talk about the identity of the beast, in our 10th lecture, we're going to deal with this specific issue. Exodus 20, verses 4 through 6. You shall not make for yourself a carved image. You shall not make for yourself what? A carved image. Any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord your God, am a what? Jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. Does God forbid making idols and bowing before those idols? The fourth commandment explicitly forbids it. But do you know there's another abomination that God calls so in the Old Testament? Notice what we find in Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 9 through 12. Deuteronomy 18, verses 9 through 12. God is warning Israel about something they should not do when they enter the land of Canaan. When you come into the land which the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not learn to follow the abominations of those nations. What abominations? Let's continue reading. There shall not be found among you anyone who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire. We'll come back to that a little bit later. Or one who practices what? Witchcraft. Or a soothsayer. Or one who interprets omens. Or a sorcerer. Or one who conjures spells. Or a medium. Or a spiritist. Or one who calls up the dead. Let me ask you, what is the underlying doctrine behind all of these practices? It's the idea that the dead are not really what? Are not really dead. It's the immortality of the soul that stands behind this. And any church that tells you that you can pray for the dead or you can pray to the dead, you need to be very careful about that church. Because that is forbidden. It's called an abomination in the Holy Word of God. Notice verse 12. For all who do these things are an abomination to the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord your God drives them out from before you. Do you know what another abomination is? Saying that you don't have to keep God's law is an abomination. You say, where does the Bible say such a thing? Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 9. Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 9 says, one who turns away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer is what? Is an abomination. So when you turn your ear away from the law, you say, we don't have to keep the law. The law was nailed to the cross. We're not under law, but under grace. God doesn't expect obedience from us. As a fruit of our justification, or as a fruit of His grace, you need to be very careful, because we're told in this verse that the prayer of an individual who turns away his ear from the law is an abomination in the sight of the Lord.